welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is Tiff from Life as Tiff Knows It, and today I'm bringing you a WIP and Chat. I almost did not film this WIP and Chat because it's just been one of those type of days. I'll get into that a little later, but I'm really glad that I ended up filming WIP and Chat because I like doing WIP and Chats. I've been looking forward to it, and I have not diamond painted all day, so I need this as a coping mechanism, the stress reliever, because it's been oddly a very strange day to day. Before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about the work in progress. My WIP right here, this I am almost done with. I was hoping to be done with this already, but that's okay because life happens. This is a kit from the company Craft Ease. It is it's a 40 by 40 centimeter kit, round diamonds. Obviously, it's called the North Spirit by Lex Zooz. It has been a fun diamond painting to work on, and I'll be excited to get this piece done because yeah, it's taken me longer than I wanted, which usually with diamond painting that's the case for me. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day or evening or whenever you are watching this. Yeah, I want to know how you're doing. Can you tell me in the comments, like, how's your day going? How are things going for you? Hopefully this is adjusted okay. So I think before, maybe I should just talk about today because it's obviously on my mind. Just dropped some drills. Dang it. It's been, well, today was a snow day, which if you're new to my channel or you haven't been following my WIP and Chats, I work in a school, and I'm going to talk about working in a school probably more than I ever have in WIP and Chat. So snow days are so exciting. Oops, as I hit the camera. In theory, snow days are, you know, they have a different meaning, I think, for people who work in the school system, because although in the moment it's fun, an unplanned day without school means you have to cram everything in that you were going to do in the next day. Or if you gave yourself work time to complete a task, you need the task done by the next day, or the day after, it's hard on a snow day because you have this, I know I do, I have this like dilemma of, do I get my work done or do I enjoy my day? And I've been trying so hard to have better boundaries with I want a better work-life balance. And I've been so successful at it. I'm so, I'm proud of myself for the accomplishments I made. And I felt like I kind of I backslided today, and it just doesn't feel good. I've been very goal-oriented, and I've been reaching my goals, my fitness goals. The goal that I've been lacking in is diamond painting. And I think it's just because I'm trying to get other things accomplished, but I'm really proud that all those things don't deal with my job. Like, they're self-care things. They're like professional development for me type things outside of feeling obligated to get all of this stuff done. And that's why I think I'm just so frustrated today, because I just felt obligated to get a ton of stuff done. Now, did I wait last minute for some things? Kind of. I feel that my job a lot of the time has unrealistic expectations, and maybe I don't want to think of it as a time management issue, because I don't really view it as such. I think I'm pretty good at managing my time. But one thing that I have this project that I'm doing, and it's going to be a classroom lesson for kids. And it appealed to me because it was a topic that was very relevant. And there's this really cute pre-made lesson that I could do. And so I honestly seeked it out to save myself time. Shame on me for not, I guess, I don't know. Like, so I had to purchase it, or the school purchased it for me. And I just didn't know all the details of how involved or complicated it would be to make this visual, which is a burger of all things. And I just think it's really funny that the visual's a burger, because I have been doing so well with eating healthy. And burgers are my weakness. So let me back up a few days ago. So this week also was supposed to be a short week anyway, because of Martin Luther King Day. And again, it's kind of the same phenomenon of short weeks. Like, when you're off, it feels nice, but it's kind of like you don't get away with it. It's not something that it catches up to you. And so the fact that now we have a 3-day week, oh my gosh, it's just a lot. But so on Martin Luther King Day, Denise, my daughter, really wanted McDonald's for lunch. And I am a huge fan of McDonald's. I like McDonald's. My go-to is a number one, which is a Big Mac. And then a Diet Coke, of course, because that makes it way better. Like, you know, it's not as bad since I'm having a Diet Coke. That's kind of my phenomenon, my reasoning usually. And so, and then I get hot mustard, which I love. But I'm also trying, I'm trying to not completely limit myself from the things that I love. Like, it's unrealistic for me to expect myself to never have a Big Mac. I love Big Macs. But I want to cut back on eating those things. Like, I want it to be, from another YouTuber, I like how she put it, an 80-20 lifestyle, where 80% of the time, roughly, like, I'm not keeping stats on this, I'm eating healthy. And then 20% of the time, which I'm equating to like maybe 2 meals a week, 2 or 3 meals a week, I relax and just eat what I want to eat. Like, you know, and I do eat what I want to eat. Like, I'm not starving myself. I'm not eating things that I don't like, but I'm being really mindful. And so I already had a delicious burger last Friday. And so I thought, I don't want McDonald's today. Like, a salad actually sounded better. So I was really proud of myself, but it did take a lot of willpower to not eat Denise's food that she wasted. And I could have eaten it. I did eat a chicken nugget, but I didn't eat her fries. It's just, I'm trying to have better willpower and stop using food as a crutch when I'm stressed or when I'm bored. I am one of those people where I totally eat because I'm stressed. And I also, if food's in front of me, I kind of just like subconsciously eat it, which is kind of weird. But I didn't do that this time. And it took a lot of energy to break that habit. And then, so because we had McDonald's and we played at the play place, which it was so cute. Like, I love watching her socialize with other kids, and I think it's important, and I don't feel like I give her too many opportunities to socialize just because there's not kids. It's winter. Any opportunities to socialize I take advantage of, but they just don't pop up too often. Like, she hangs out with another toddler 5 days a week. So I'm thankful for that, and I think she's just fine, but I also do want to make sure she's socializing, learning how to share, because she's an only child. And so excuse me, we spent a lot of time at McDonald's because she's socializing with these really cute boys that were just, one was 6, one was 2, and the other was 4. And so she was having fun, but I was getting really hungry. And so I had a really late lunch. And because I had a really late lunch, I asked Bill of, instead of like me fixing one of our, we have HelloFresh that's delivered. Those are delicious meals and like they're great. But I didn't want a giant meal after I ate the salad at like 3 p.m. I could have totally eaten that meal. Don't get me wrong, but I am trying to not, I wasn't craving it. Like that's the thing. And so I was just going with it. Because it's hard when you break your diet because it's just, you're doing it because you're trying to appease everyone else. Like that's not what I'm going for. And I don't know if I call it a diet. I don't know. I don't know what I'm calling this. I'm calling it, I'm trying to have a healthier lifestyle. That's what it is. But so I asked if maybe he could just fix like a peanut butter and honey or something simple because I'm not very hungry. I don't want dinner. And so he was late from work and he's like, I'm just going to stop and get something. And he got Good Times, which I'm not like a huge Good Times person, but it just, I don't know. The smell was like intoxicatingly like tempting. Like I wanted the fries. I definitely love fries. That's kind of my jam. And I was thinking, okay, if Bill offers me fries, I won't say no. Because I had basically I had like a protein shake for dinner after the salad. Like I'm not gonna, this is just too much for me to say no to. But he didn't offer me any, which I'm fine with. I didn't ask, he didn't offer it. But the theme for Monday on Martin Luther King Day was like, I felt that my willpower was really tested. My family kind of tests me with that because they have different things they're eating and stuff. And it's way easier to control what you're eating when you don't have the influence of others. So I was really proud of myself. And I don't want this to be like this amounting pressure thing where I always feel like I have to say no to things that I like. I'm trying to avoid that. Like I said, I want to indulge, and I do indulge. And also, I've noticed when I do, I'm really, what the difference is I'm eating less. And it's because I'm just not as hungry. And I'm trying to do, drink a lot of water. That's what I have here. And that helps. And I've been doing protein shakes, which does fill me up. So honestly, it's feeling good to not be craving these things all the time. And then when I do eat it, it's just, I don't eat as much of it. Now back to today. I just find it ironic that I really was struggling with Denise having McDonald's, a burger place, and then Good Times, and then all day today I had to assemble these really frustrating like paper accordion burgers. And the idea of the lesson plan is really cool. It's about growth mindset, that you can accomplish things if you put your mind to it, which I'm a huge believer in. Like how you view things, your perception and your mindset on something absolutely determines like your success in so many things. And I just found it really funny that like I'm working on this growth mindset burger and it's making me hungry for a burger. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow, if the opportunity presents itself, honestly, we'll probably be making the HelloFresh meal because that's what we planned. But who knows? And I'm going to allow myself to have it because I've been tortured all day by it. But on a serious note, with the snow day, it's been one of the most frustrating days I think I've had, and like, since I've kind of started this new mindset journey that I've been on, because I really am at a crossroads in my life, career-wise, and I've kind of alluded to that and referenced it, and I'm actively trying to change my career. And so I kind of feel this like huge cognitive dissonance in the fact that I spent my whole day working on things because I knew that they needed to get done today. I won't be able to do it tomorrow. And the thing to know about snow days when you get back is it's just chaos. And I can't count on having time to get things done. And this particular, like the burger thing, needed to be done by 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm just frustrated with, I guess, myself. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wanting to place blame elsewhere, but I don't know. Like, it's really hard to decline prepping for a lesson. Like, and this, it's not like I had like an option really. It's just kind of like, these are the materials for the lesson that I purchased, and I completely underestimated the time it would take to get this done. And I don't want to be spending time outside of, I should have spent time just with my daughter today in diamond painting. I should have had this diamond painting finished. But I felt obligated to finish the burgers and stare at burgers all day. I don't know. It sounds silly out loud, but it makes me see that I'm seeking in my life a less pressure to get things done in a job that's maybe more manageable for me. So, enough about that. I will say, I did take breaks from the burger thing. I'm not done with the burger thing. And I was going to decide to not do this WIP and Chat so I could finish the burger thing. And I thought, no. I need to draw the line. I need to draw this line. Like, I don't want my video to be late, which it still might be because it depends on how fast this uploads and whatnot. But I'm not going to allow that to impact my filming schedule. For something, I don't know. Like, I do think I'm changing. I do think, I care. I want to do a good job. I want to do its best for my job and for kids. I also am recognizing and wanting things to be different. So, yay for me. That's kind of, it is a change. It is. And so, yes, I'm proud of myself, but it's been hard today. It hasn't been it's been the hardest day on this journey so far. I did take a break from doing burger stuff to get up my next diamond painting, which I don't know. I do like this kit, but it sounds weird. I thought I would like it more because I had like an unrealistic expectation of how cool it is. And it is cool. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I like this kit. I like working on this kit much more because of this pen that I got from the Diamond Art Club kit that I'm doing next. And I think maybe that's it. I really did not like the multi-placer on the pen that's from Crafties. So, the little things, right? And I should have switched it out long ago, but here we are. I guess I'm really laying on the shame tonight for myself. I should have done this. I should have done that. And I don't want to, I want to let my own judgment of myself pass. It's not worth it to judge myself. Other people do that for me, I'm sure. Sorry, taking a drink of more water. But I think too, maybe subconsciously I was self-sabotaging because I really thought that I'm like, I want to do something for me. What do I want to do? And for some reason, I've been craving kitting up my next kit. And I'm very excited for this kit. There will be an unboxing coming out relatively soon. It is a kit called Aurora Beauty. I can't recall the author. Sorry, but I will have an unboxing with all that info. Deborah Malcolm, I think, is the author. The artist, I mean. And it's huge. It's a huge kit. I'm so excited. And I also, I think, was slightly disappointed because I had just finished my big kit before this. Well, one of them was Doors of Moria, and I worked out of bags with it. And I'm not a huge fan of working out of bags, but I was stubborn, and I like that these are numbered. So I'm like, it's a small kit. But I've been craving to kit up because I really like working on diamond paintings when it's kitted up in my system that I'm used to. And this is really cool. I totally forgot, long ago, I bought the storage kit system that is compatible with the current one I have, but it's made to hold more drills for certain colors. Totally forgot about it. And so I busted that out. And yeah, I did not finish kitting up though, because it was a very bad idea to try to kit up with Denise. I thought at first this will be a bonding thing because she helped me kit down, and kitting down is a lot less pressure than kitting up. That's what I've learned. If you're new to diamond painting or you haven't heard that term kit up or kit down, what I mean by that is you kit up when you take all your drills or your diamonds from a diamond painting and you place them in a storage system. And so the storage system I use, I even have one over here. Let me show you guys. This is from another kit that I don't know if I'll finish. And so I really like the storage system. It's made for beads. I got it at Michael's. And so, but kitting down, if you dropped drills, it doesn't really matter. And last time when Denise helped me, she really I just asked her, which color should I do next? And she picked one, but she wanted to do everything, which that's absolutely the developmental stage she's in. You know, she's a 3.5-year-old going on 4. She wants to do everything by herself. She wants to, she's trying to cut open the bags by herself. She was trying to pour the drills by herself. And it would just be a power struggle or an argument or tears when I didn't let her. And so she honestly did a better job than I imagined she could, but it was not an enjoyable experience for me. I love being with my daughter. I love Denise, but I was looking for a stress relieving activity because I was feeling so frustrated with myself. And then it just, yeah. And you know what was weird? I haven't worked with too many staticky drills. When I was doing the Christmas greeting cards from Diamond Dots, there was some static in there, and that was my first experience. I haven't had that experience with Diamond Art Club, and it was really interesting that it seemed like it was just one color that was staticky. So I don't know if you've had that experience before with static and drills. Is it prone to certain colors? It was fascinating to me. All of the purples were very staticky, and the rest seemed to be just fine. So I don't know what that was about. It was a very interesting experience. I just dropped that drill, and I can't remember what color I'm doing. Fabulous. Which 16? Okay, good. It's Z. I did it right. So yeah, that was interesting. And of course, so this particular kit is very heavy on purple. So the big bags are the ones that had static. And static plus toddler plus low patience in the first place equals stressful kitting up experience. Learned that the hard way. That's okay though. That's okay. I'm very excited to start that kit. I'm still confident I can finish this kit before Sunday so I can film a post review for this kit. I've talked a lot about how I feel about it. Like, yeah, I'll save it for the post review. So that was today. I'm trying to think. This morning, because it's a snow day, the snow saga continues. If you checked out last week's WIP and Chat, is all about, or the title of it was the driveway debacle, because it is a debacle. It is quite a, it was quite a thing. Thankfully, a lot of the snow ended up melting. So we basically had an ice skating rink on, like, at the foot of our driveway, coming up the gutter into our, back onto our sidewalk. After I had done, now admittedly, a poor job of shoveling. So thankfully most of that melted, and today I felt like I like planned my whole day yesterday around shoveling. Like, okay, I'm giving myself an hour and a half to shovel. And I really want the neighbors to see, hey, our house isn't perfect, but it's not because we're not trying. I was like so determined to like go out there and make sure that they saw that I was putting in my all to shovel our driveway and our sidewalk, even though it was still snowing. And even though now it looks as if I didn't shovel because all the snow came down all day today. I will plan on going out tomorrow morning and shoveling again. Now, the ice underneath the snow, I can't get rid of that. But it's not too much. And again, I want them to see. I'm pretty sure the person across the street is like in the HOA committee. So he needs to know, because I do not want to get fined. And I was talking to my dad about this situation, and he made a good point. I thought it was a good point. I think he was half joking and half serious. That the snow had left our sidewalk, and it's the city's issue if the gutters aren't draining properly. So in a way, it's as if the snow, how did my dad say it? It was really funny. He had suggested I sue, I'm not going to really sue anyone, let's be honest, but I have a conversation with the city that I live in and tell them that their water that was in the street is violating my property by coming back on my sidewalk. But I think he has a point. Like, I did my due diligence to shovel, and I mean, I will try my best to clear the gutters and do all this stuff, but if the gutters aren't draining because we're in a low part in our neighborhood, but we have done what we can to get all the snow off of the sidewalk, and this is moving forward, and the snow has left our sidewalk and comes back on our sidewalk and freezes over because the gutter won't drain, is that really our fault? If we put bags and bags and bags of ice melt on it, trying to maintain it, trying to do all this stuff, spending our money, and it's not working, is that our fault? I don't know, but it was really interesting. I'll have to tell you, since we're talking about snow, this all started, or my worry and stress about started after a Facebook post about how some neighbors are not shoveling, And here's a link to cite your neighbors, which I did not feel was very neighborly. I did not feel was very helpful. And so I had replied to that, kind of explaining my situation, because someone else is commiserating too. And then a lady from the HOA took a picture of this giant backhoe and said, you should look into this, getting this. And I'm like, what? Now, apparently, the city I live in, if you call them, they will come out with a giant backhoe to break up the ice in front of your house and on your sidewalk. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being silly about it, but that just feels like a lot of work, especially when the hours of a city coincide exactly with when I'm working. And I work in a building where I get no reception for my phone. I don't know. I'm in a complaining mood. I'm sorry. But I showed my friend that picture of the backhoe, and she thought it was hilarious that, like, they would, like, expect a homeowner. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But that's the latest. I'm trying really hard to shovel. I feel like an adult, and adulting is overrated. What else is going on? Let's see. Oh, I'll have to tell you guys about last Friday. So that was when I was with my friend, because she had invited me to music video bingo, which it was super fun. So the premise of it is you have a bingo card that has a lot of different either artist names on it or titles of songs. And I thought it was kind of like a trivia thing where you were like played a little bit of the music video and then you had to guess what it was and mark it on your bingo card. But it wasn't that at all. It was, they would just play like a 30-second clip of a music video and it would say exactly what it was. So it truly was bingo, just with a little bit of a twist. And there was like nostalgic songs that were playing that just like really, I don't know, it was a super fun experience. And that's when I had that delicious burger. Like, it was at a sports bar, so sports bar burgers can be delicious. And that's exactly what my friend had said is, oh, get the burger. And I'm like, I'm not gonna, McDonald's is an opportunity that happens all the time in my family. Going to this place, no. So I did splurge. I didn't eat all the burger, and I didn't eat all the fries because I was full, but it was super fun. But the weirdest thing happened, you guys. I don't know. It's very bizarre to me. I don't think I've mentioned on my channel my thing with, it's gonna sound weird out loud, but when I was younger, I felt I would get these like feelings that something would happen about very random things, and they most of the time, like more than like probable, more than a 50% chance came true. That's how I remember it. Like, my friend and I, we would be able, and it was more me, would predict this song's going to be on the radio next. Now, sometimes radios don't play that big of a variety of songs. So, honestly, it could have just been chalked up to really, really lucky that a certain song played on the radio. But it created, I have a lot of, like, good memories with my friend about those experiences, because in the moment they were super weird. And there's one song in particular that I always like was accurately like oddly accurate is what I mean at predicting when it would be on the radio. And I'd get this like feeling. I don't know what it was. I don't know. And I wasn't like 100% accurate, but I'd say like 70% of the time I said the song would be on the radio, and it would be. And it was a song by the band New Found Glory. and it's one of their biggest hits, My Friends Over You. And I don't know what it was, but I predict that all the time. And because we were listening to music videos, it reminded me of it. And I said, remember that time when, like, all those times I predicted songs? And I just, for some reason, I'm like, it would be really weird if on the next bingo card, My Friends Over You was on the card. And then my friend was like, no, there's no way it would be, because that type of music is not what this bingo is. Like, it definitely was more like pop hits, and it was like not just like early 2000 music. It was 80s, 90s, current time, and I think there were some 70s songs too. So the chances of that happening, and she goes every week to it. Every week, or I don't know if it's every week, but very frequently. And so she's done bingo many times before. She's like, no, that would be so far-fetched. Y'all, you know what was so weird? It was the first thing on my bingo card. My Friends Over You. And we were both like, I said a not so nice word. I was like, holy like, I was stunned that actually happened, that I actually predicted it, and it happened. It was very odd. And it reminded me of some other things that happened when I was younger too. And they still happen. I don't know. I don't pay as much attention to it. I try to not think about it very much. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. But another thing that's odd that seems to just be ingrained and embedded as a part of my life is I see sometimes the numbers 12:04, like the time, because I was born at 12:04 p.m. on 12-04. And I guess maybe in the early age, that stuck in my head. And so I'm sure I subconsciously look at the clock all the time, but like it raised my awareness that oh, sorry, I did it again. That, I noticed the clock at 12:04 or some rendition of those numbers. It seems like just always, especially when I was younger. And I think I just read too much meaning into it when I was younger. Like I've always felt like maybe it's an omen, or I shouldn't have done that. Like I think I relied way too much on the fact that I was playing a trick on myself, basically. But I do still see 12:04, and I kind of see it, I hope, as like a good luck thing. And so I notice, and I tell my friend Megan, her name's Megan, I'm like, remember 12:04? She's like, I think that all the time. Because we were both just like so like overwhelmed with the fact that that was actually on the bingo card. How weird was that? And it's the first one. And then she said, if the song plays, because most of the songs, or a lot of the songs on there, it doesn't even play because someone gets a bingo. And of course the song played. So that was weird. And so I was telling her about 12:04. She went out to meet her husband. Like, she went out to the parking lot because he had gotten there late. And I noticed in the corner that all of the bingo cards are numbered. Guess what number mine was? 124. Now, it wasn't 12:04, 12004, or 1204, but it was 124. And I just found that to be so odd. And I am reading it as a sign that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing what's true to me. I looked up the meaning. Another friend I was with at the bar said, have you ever looked up the meaning of that word, of the numbers? And it never occurred to me that there's meaning. There's, like, people put meaning to everything. And it meant something like a renewal in your family when I Googled it. And so the way I'm perceiving it, like, I do think it's kind of weird that those two things that used to be such a big part of my life, just kind of like came to my awareness at music video bingo, and it coincides with kind of this solidification, like I'm solidifying this decision to try to pursue a new career. And I'm thinking, maybe it's me just wanting to make the universe say something to me. I don't know, but I'm taking it as a good sign that I'm on the right track. And I think my discomfort today confirms that I want something different. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let me see. Those are most of the notes I wrote down. Oh, I did. Last week I was painting my nails and I was kind of like referencing a meeting I was super nervous about. And the meeting went so well. It's so funny how some of the things we are so concerned or worried about don't end up being anything at all. And that meeting, it was more of a training. It went great. So maybe I just need to paint my nails before contentious meetings. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's kind of all. I've been having some weird dreams lately, but those are not good dreams. So I'm just going to leave with a positive vibe instead of ending about my dreams about people dying. This is a book I reference a lot, Stay Positive by John Gordon and Daniel Decker. I'm just going to pick a random one. Sometimes those really call to me when I do that. Let's see. I feel I've read so many of them, I don't want to just pick one I've read before. I'm going to go clear in the back of the book. Okay. So it says, don't lower your belief to the level of your circumstance. Stay faithful even when hope seems lost. It may not seem like it today, but there is a greater plan at work in your life. That would have been funny if the page would have been 124. It's not, but I like that. And I think there is a greater plan for me. And today was a rough day. And I need to just let go of that. Let go of my own expectations and my frustrations with myself. Get through this lesson tomorrow. And learn my lesson. I don't have to be stuck in burger hell. Because that's what it felt like today. All right, I think I'm going to end it there. Thanks so much for listening to me kind of ramble on in my WIP and Chats. I appreciate it so much that you watch my videos. If you haven't already done so, you like what you're seeing, you like what I talk about, please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. I love seeing when I get new subscribers. I will see you next week's WIP and Chat. Bye.